recently got tagged in a video by my friend Cody, also known as Codykins on YouTube, and I'll put a link in the description. She's a really good YouTuber. Yeah, so I got tagged in a zombie tag video, so I'm going to answer as many questions as I can about all zombie stuff related. And I also, my last video was actually a zombie video on The Walking Dead, so I think I've got a bit zombie crazy. Okay, so question number 1. Which 3 YouTubers would you have on your team? Well, number 1, Fun for Louie. He's brilliant, he's adventurous, he can probably do some parkour sort of thing, he's pretty fit and healthy. I think he'd do pretty well. And he's probably got like contacts all over the world, so just in case that apocalypse happens, you've got somewhere to be all over the world, so. I like to say Jack and Finn. No, you can't put them together, can you? Jack and Finn come as one. Maybe I can. Can I put them together? Okay, we're gonna put them together. I think they'd be quite logical. They're actually quite like, although they're quite fun and immature sometimes, I think when they want to be, they're quite strategic. So I'd put them on my team. Is it selfish to just want a friend on your team? Like, I just want a friend. So obviously the best friend I would love to have on that team would be Zoella, because she's my favourite YouTuber in the world. Or maybe I could change Jack and Finn for Shay Carl. Shay Carl, 100% Shay Carl, because he's so like loving and caring, but I know he'd be dead protective of people, especially his family. So I think he'd be a really protective and like dead strong and manly, and yeah. Okay, so question 2. The object immediately on your left is your only weapon. How fucked are you? A blanket? I mean, maybe I could smother them, like, try and like, that'd be alright actually, because like if the zombie's coming at you, just like throw it on the face and so they don't bite, I don't know, maybe. Okay, so question number 3. If you were a zombie, who would you want to bite? Well, this is kind of, I don't know, it's a bit of a question, whether that's meant to be some sort of like sensual, like, ooh, who would you want to bite? But the only problem is they'd turn into a zombie, so it wouldn't be that cool really. So I guess it's kind of either someone you hate that you'd want to turn into a zombie. I don't really hate people that much, so who would I want to bite? If I was a zombie, I'd just want to bite anyone. I'd probably just be really hungry for like human flesh, and I'd just need to eat anyone. So whoever probably was in the radius of my smell, I'd just be like, yum. But if we were going to talk, who would I want to bite? Probably Skater Ryan Sheckler, because he's been my favourite ever since I was about 13 years old. That's really sad. So, question number 4. What would your survival plan be? So, I thought about this a lot because I've always been into zombie things, zombie books, zombie films, love zombie everything, and I've always worried a lot about, even though I know it will never happen, but I just think, what if it does, you know? I know for definite that, number 1, I'd probably ring all my loved ones and my friends first, and if it was impossible to get to them or all get them all together, then I'd, at least, as awful as it sounds, probably say my goodbyes just in case anything did happen. But safety, most importantly. I'd like a safe place, so somewhere with only one exit in and out. Like, that's basically, as weird as that sounds, but I think if you can just block one door and only have one way of in and out, then there's no way of someone getting in elsewhere. 2, stash up on long life food and water, because you don't know how long you're going to be stuck in a place for, and you don't have to keep going out and hunting and potentially getting eaten by a zombie. Lastly, weapons, 100%. Like, need my weapons, gather every weapon I can. I mean, we don't have guns in this country, so I think it'd be a lot harder for us. We'd have to like make stuff out of like knives. Like, I'd probably be like attaching knives to like hockey sticks and using it as like a, just, I don't know. Yeah, I'd makeshift weapons. Safe place, food and weapons. Oh, and loved ones. Loved ones, obviously. Gotta hopefully stick together if you can. Definitely try and get a good team together, because I know from watching things that if you don't have a good team, people backstab, people get weird with each other, and yeah, they can end up like speeding them to the zombies pretty much. And also, like, I'm a very trustworthy person, and in a zombie apocalypse I know that is a bad thing. Whereas my boyfriend's always said, if we were to be in a zombie apocalypse, do not trust anybody that would come to the group running from a zombie and they're like, let me in, let me in. You'd have to make sure that you can gain their trust first, because you don't know who they are, you don't know where they've come from, you don't know what their tactics are, what the game is, whether they're just trying to steal from you or even kill you or anything. Yeah, I'm very trustworthy, so maybe a bit more brutal with my tactics. Question number 5. What would you do if your parents became zombies? Well, I suppose, as heartbreaking as it would be, you can't really do much about it. And I think, for me, have you ever seen Shaun of the Dead, for example? Spoiler alert, when Shaun has to pop his mum in the head. I think that was right. Like, I think I'd rather lay them to rest. I'd probably just shoot them, as awful as it is. I just want them to be in a place of peacefulness rather than chomping on other people and probably trying to attack me. They probably wouldn't even care. So that, to me, that person is like in an unconscious state of themselves, like it's not them anymore. So yeah, I'd just shoot them. Cold-hearted sounds. And the last question, question number 6, is do you want a zombie apocalypse to happen? Stupid question. No. I find it really weird because there are actually quite a lot of people that are always like, oh, I'd love the zombie apocalypse to happen. And as much as I love zombie films and everything, not a chance. I'd be absolutely petrified and I'd be rubbish. I'd like to think, oh yeah, I'd be dead tough and just all your adrenaline would just kick in, but I think I'd be that dead person first. I'd probably be the first zombie walking, like, I'd just be horrendous. No, I think it's stupid to ever dream of wanting something like that to happen, because it's just the world ending. Not gonna happen. Okay, so that's the end of my zombie tag. Oh, thank you very much for listening. And I'm gonna tag 2 more people. So I've got a friend called Lucy Hale, and she's got a channel called Hale Fail. She does brilliant YouTube videos. She has a gaming channel, and she's got a very little quirky style, and it's brilliant, so go check them out. And also I've got another friend called Becky. She's on a channel called Normally Strange, and she's just been doing a few vlogs here and there, so I think this would be nice to give her a chance of doing like a tag. Hopefully see you next time. Bye bye.